another episode of our movie break. And if you're joining us for the very first time, please subscribe, click the red button below, and make sure you like this video. Your likes are very, very important. Thank you. And share it to other guys, other people on your social media. And yeah, so it's your host again, Tobilola, and my co-host is here with me,
Happy Jacobs.
yeah, so we want to thank you guys for coming, for joining us, for letting us have you guys. So we're very, very grateful. And we would like you guys to introduce yourself.
Starting from which side?
Starting from the lady, from the beautiful lady from my right.
Okay. My name is Aisha, and I'm a nursing student. Thank you.
Okay.
My name is Dennis, and I'm a medical laboratory graduate.
Okay, the big man. Yeah,
I'm just Franklin.
Franklin.
Yeah, I'm the regular.
So we want to thank you guys for being on the show today on this edition of our movie.
Yeah, and this is the first episode of our real life talk show, and we would be happy if you guys actually join us in the conversation. We will need your comments down in the comments section below or on our Instagram pages. We want to hear about what you have to say about this topic, this episode, for this episode. So we'll be talking about the traumas that comes with parents' upbringing and the personal relationship parents try to form with their children, and how it has affected people out there, and their own in forming or in molding their own personality, and the kind of relationship they go out into the world to form, how they relate to people around them, their environment, their friends, their colleagues, their peers, their schoolmates, and their classmates, and in the school or in the workplace. So we would like to actually talk more on that, and the effect of parents in a whole being, the influence, the importance of parents. So we are going to ask Toby only to start. Dennis only to start
Yeah.
first.
Well, when it comes to the effect of parenting, there's this song that is famous. You might have heard about it before. The 7 years old. The song by Local Brown, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I got the name right.
Right.
The song, the first time I heard the song, I was just like, what is this guy talking about? But all I just listened to was just the rhyme, the way it was going. It was kind of interesting. But for him to point out 7 years old, in a matter of time, and when I did the research, I was able to come to the understanding why he actually specified 7 years old. When you're born, you're neutral, you don't know anything, just the normal child, and we kind of don't understand anything. Now, it is our environment that influences what happens to us. But what most people don't know is that the environment that we talk about, there's a limit to what the environment can do after some certain age. When a child is beyond the age of 7, whatever it does after that age, it does it consciously. But before the age of 7, from 0 to 7, the child is learning from everyone else. Like, if you think about it, the first language you get to speak is before the age of 7. The accent you speak is before the age of 7. It is easier for you to learn before the age of 7 than for you to learn after the age of 7. Because whatever you're learning after the age of 7 has become something conscious. And most of our actions, most of everyone's action is 95% subconscious. While the remaining 5% is conscious. So if there is anything that is very important, it's that subconscious. There are two ways a person can learn. That's by hypnosis or something like that. No. Hypnosis. Hypnosis, right? Yeah. Yeah, by hypnosis. Now, that's unconscious. Hypnosis of unconscious. While repetition is the second one. And consciousness, for you to be able to to kind of change your consciousness to something, an habit, it has to be based on repetition. When you repeat something frequently, then it becomes that thing that you repeat. But most of us, we kind of, if you start to think about it, I end up not judging people for who they are, because I've understood that most of them are programmed. Most of us are programmed.
Program based on our parenting or
Programmed based on parenting. The reason why I didn't just focus on the word parenting is because it's not necessary that it's your parent that trains you up.
okay.
You could be trained up by a guardian. In fact, some children have lost their parents that they lived in the street. It was the street that brought them up. So we can say that they learned from the school of life. So in that kind of case, it is the environment that influences them. At the early age, that's when you start to know what is wrong and what is right. What scares you and what does not scare you. A small child does not know. A small child can actually put his hand in the fire for the first time and he knows that, oh, I did it the first time, it's hot. The second time it's hot. He stops. And they don't need to teach nobody that you don't need to put your hand in the fire again. Everyone already knows. It's just like we just acquired it from our environment before the age of 7. There, what's the name? Aristotle. Aristotle said that, show me a child of 7 and I will show you the man they will become. Because definitely when you see a child at the age of 7, whatever the child is doing at the age of 7, the attitude of the child, if the child has been trained, like the child has been isolated, you're scared that this child remains almost isolated for the rest of his life. That's when you start to see introvert. You start to see some of this attitude. If a child has been limited socially, hey, don't do this, don't do that, you start to see that this child, no matter what you do, unless he comes to a stage where he can repeat the other action to override what has been in the subconscious mind, he will not be able to change his attitude towards that.
Now, what I want to get now, what I'm trying to get now is, so before the age of 7, before the age 0 to 7, now all the things is going to become, he has picked it up at that point, at that period. So now what we are trying to get across to people is how is it possible that everything you've picked there might be bad, or like when you're growing up, how possible it is that you can drop those things? You can drop them and they don't affect you, your everyday life. Like, how possible it is? Are they going to stick to you for the rest of your life, or maybe you see something that influences you? Would you be willing to change it like that?
It's very difficult to change what's already a part of you. And the only way you can change it is by actually overriding the things that you think are right. That's why there's also a saying that for you to learn a new thing, you have to unlearn the old one. And the fact is, it's very difficult to unlearn something as humans because our brain only expands, it does not contract. You can get the new information, but you cannot remove an old information. You can only collect it. So, if there is a way someone can change his habits, it's just by repetition. When you first move upward, now the upward moments of changing what he is being used to as a child, that's the problem, because if he cannot be patient to feel that upwardness, to feel that moment where he feels upward for a long time, then it's going to be very difficult for him to change it. We've seen cases of someone like, I would like to just use celebrities like Chris Brown. There was a time that Chris Brown his girlfriend, Rihanna. And the thing is, Chris Brown himself actually grew up in a home where his stepdad used to beat his mom. And he hated it. Definitely he hated it. But now, when we come to psychology, I would like to also focus on the nervous system. When you think about the nervous system, you have the central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Under the peripheral nervous system, you have the stomatic. No, rather, you have the symptomatic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Now, in this place, there is something else that does not belong. Systematic, when you come to the nervous system, you come to peripheral, start to know these things are based on like involuntary action. Involuntary action. But there are still some attitudes that are not based on just involuntary action. They are both involuntary and voluntary action, like sexual arousal. When a guy gets sexually aroused, he is aware of it, and still it is an involuntary action. Then that's when science was able to break it down to reflex action. A reflex action is something that you do without knowing. Like, it's not something you do that you know about it, but before the impulse reaches the brain, you've already taken the action. That's why you could do something, you could end up doing something and it makes you cry. You feel disappointed with yourself because you were not patient for it to reach the brain before you actually take action. So it was still more of the subconscious mind that is taking action, but you are aware of it. Now, for you to change that kind of thing, it takes patience. He was able to beat Rihanna, and at the end of the day, he made an interview, and in the interview he said he felt so disappointed in himself and all those things. And in that kind of case, a lot of people, a psychologist can easily understand his action, because if you kind of break down psychology, it's easy for you to understand people and why they behave a certain way. But other people are just going to judge it. Whatever, you've done what you wanted to do at the end of the day, and now you're apologizing. So they don't feel any reason to feel sorry for him because they don't understand him. But if you kind of go into psychology and understand that he did it, but it was more like he knew about what he was doing, but was still subconsciously doing it, then you'll be able to understand it. In what way can he change it? He has made a mistake already. The only way he can change it is probably first, when he's upset, he could learn to frustrate the place. Because it's better for you to leave the place than assume that you can control yourself.
Now that's voluntary.
That's voluntary. Now you're using your conscious mind to override the subconscious mind. So if he leaves the place, and he keeps doing it, like he keeps doing it every time he gets upset, he gets so used to it. But he shouldn't tempt himself to say that no, I don't need to leave the place, I can handle myself. Now, when it comes to the topic itself, parenting, and how parenting affects a child's relationship with people. Parenting affects the child's relationship like 100%. Because it is after a child becomes aware that this thing, the way I behave is not because I want to behave this way, it's because I'm programmed to behave this way. It's that first awareness that makes the child change and try and make effort to change what he has been programmed to behave like.
So, Aisha, what do you agree?
Well, I don't fully agree with what you're saying.
Okay.
Based on the Chris Brown story, talking about him being, he has to leave the place and go far away for him to stop whatever he's doing. You can actually make a choice of trying to stop whatever you're doing. You just make up your mind. It all takes the mind for you to do whatever you think is wrong or whatever you think is right. You might be doing the wrong thing and your mind is telling you you're doing the right thing. And you might be doing the right thing and your mind is telling you you're doing the wrong thing. So you just have to do it. What he thinks is being wrong. He beat the lady and he saw the thing, he saw everything. You can't tell me that he did it subconsciously while his mind did that. He knew what it was. He was fully aware of what he was doing.
Okay.
And second thing with the parenting about, we all know the 7-year-old rule. But parenting is not about, we speak our mother's tongue the first time we're born and everything. But you just still have to, how will I put it? Like I said, when I grew up, I don't think parenting mold us the way our parents want us to be. But it takes a decision. Like if I say my parenting is bad, it's not bad. I still came out very good, and I'm still very good in something. It didn't destroy me. Rather, it made me understand and became very strong in the way I see the world these days. So I don't think parenting is all about molding us and we changing about us.
Okay, so Aisha, to get you right, you hear that parenthood does not really influence the personality of the person right now. So it's based on your decision.
It's based on the decision and the environment.
Frank, can we hear from you? What do you think about everything we're talking about?
I would say it's kind of like contradictory.
Okay.
Isn't from him to her. He has a good point. She also has a good point. But for me, it depends on so many factors.
Can you?
Because let me give you an example. I've seen cases where 5 boys are giving birth to a family, and they behave differently, but they were trained by the same dad and the same mom. But when they grow up, they behave absolutely differently from each other. So now, are you going to say that they didn't listen to their parents? Okay, let's say, okay, one of them listens to the parent and is behaving the way the parents wanted them to behave. How about the other 4? Are you going to say they were adamant to whatever their parents were saying to them? No, you wouldn't say that. Looking at what she said.
Sir, well, come on, we'll get to you.
Yeah.
He just
Looking at what she
He has
said.
something to say.
Yeah, I know, of
Okay,
course. It's a conversation. You
Yeah.
can always chip in with that. According to her, she said it doesn't really play a role. Parenting doesn't play a role. Let me relate back to the topic.
Okay, sir.
If I'm not mistaken, how your child will affect, like how parenting affects the child and you relating to the public. There's so many things to look at here. Number one is, first of all, how the child was being nurtured before bringing nature into place. Because nature will always affect you no matter who you are.
Okay.
But it only takes good nurturing to overcome nature. When I mean nature here, I mean your environment. If your nurturing is dominant, you could always overcome nature. In psychology, they have this topic, nature versus nurture. Till today, there are still arguments as to which is greater than which, nature or nurture. That's why I said it depends. So many people may grow up in an environment where there are armed robbers, there are different gangs there, and they still come out being pastors.
Okay.
So you're not going to say nature affected that person. Nature affected that person. It could be nurture. So what am I saying? There are some specific things in every individual that makes them behave the way they behave. No matter the training they get. It still falls down to the way you think, the way you see things, your symbolic interaction with things. Everything could mean something to you. Okay, let me give you an example. If I shake your hand,
Okay.
it could mean I'm greeting you. But to someone else, it could mean a farewell. You understand? So all these things relate to like what it symbolizes to you. Now that symbolism now is what affects the child. What you read meaning to, and that's the way you read meaning to it. That's the way you interact with others with the way you feel. You understand? It's not just what you're taught that you teach. It's what you're taught and what you feel is right that you teach. Because you can't say this is wrong and you teach it to someone else. You understand? So your parents will tell you do this, don't do that, do this, do that. They could be telling you based on what they think. It could not be right. Now when you're growing up and you see that things are changing from what your parents said, it's up to you to decide where to stay.
Okay.
You understand? So all these things you should bring so many factors in before you decide as to which affects.
So to get it all in place, Toby thinks it affects, your parents it affects 100%. Aisha thinks,
95%.
okay, 95%, sorry. Aisha thinks
50.
it doesn't affect that much.
Yeah.
And Frank thinks it depends. It's on the probability.
I love this.
Yeah, for the on it. And Toby has been wanting to interrupt Frank. So,
Yeah.
Sarah, what?
The thing is, okay, I talked about the sympathetic and the parasympathetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
The thing is, there's a book, The Rich Dad and the Poor Dad, written by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Now, Robert T. Kiyosaki said that a child from a rich home, rather a child from a poor home, can struggle all his life to be rich and end up not becoming rich. While a child from a rich home can be stupid all his life and still make the right decision to be rich. What does this mean to us? If we get to think about it, you made an example of a child who come from the wood where everyone is shooting and become a pastor.
Yeah.
That's correct. But that's on an exceptional case. It means the child himself made an extra effort to override what
So
he has
now
done.
we're talking about the 5%.
Now we're talking about the 5%.
5%.
Okay.
Now he made an effort to override what he has known all his life. But I can tell you, you go to that wood, you will find that it is 99% of people from the wood that end up shooting somebody. Only that 1% comes out to be different.
Okay, I can refer to this movie, The Hate You Gave. I don't know if you've watched it. Like, it was talking about, sorry to interrupt you, sir. It was talking about the hood actually, the blacks and the violence that goes on in the hood. It talks about parenthood actually. You know, if you watch, there's a little kid, I've forgotten his name, but he picked, you can imagine the little kid picked up a gun to shoot a policeman to defend his dad. Now, obviously he learns that from the hood because he believes that the only way his dad can stay without going to jail is shooting by violence, because kid has watched a lot of times where white policemen molest and harass his dad, and he has cried a lot of times. So the only action he could think of then was, and he took the gun from the dad's pocket, and the dad did not know that his little son has taken the gun. So when the police came, and the police even tried shooting the little boy, they were like, bring out the gun or we're going to shoot you. And it was then the sister that came and went, because she understood the concept of the influence it causes on the general public.
Yeah. So the thing is this. You talked about a child picking up a gun and shooting the gun. A child has seen how to use a gun before he could attempt doing that. If you don't know how to use a gun, you've never seen it. There's no way that been passed on to you. You can never be able to do that. So now, what is not and what is nature? In fact, when it comes to nature, when it comes to the word nature, what do you mean by nature?
Environment.
Environment.
No, okay. What do you mean by nature is environment? What do you mean by nurture? Where you from?
The upbringing, your guardian, and but sometimes spiritual leaders. Yeah, spiritual leaders.
I wish you could get some dictionary, but I would.
Culture is how you being brought up, right?
Now, nature is something that you know that is spiritual, right? And nurture is more of things that were repeated. Kind of were repeated. When you're trying to nurture something, you're trying to maybe build up that food.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You have a point.
That is nurture, but that is more of repetitive stuff. And I mentioned repetitive, that when you work with repetition, you can override nature.
Nature, yeah.
What is naturally in you? The things that are naturally in you are already there within the age of 0 to 7. Definitely, there are an exception of some people that they could be able to change what their nature is like. But we could find it that it is something that is very difficult. For it to be something for it to be repetitive about something, you must really be so conscious about it. And it takes determination.
Excuse me, but why do you have to repeat it for you to override it?
Why do you have to repeat
Yeah.
it for it to override it? Because when you get older, okay, now there's the test that takes, there's this test that takes electroencephalogram. This test, now this test is used to test the activity of the brain. When it comes to that of a child, very low. At that point in time, the child can easily acquire whatever it wants to acquire and retain it in some way. But when you get older, it's very difficult.
Okay, so give me
Change comes with pain.
It doesn't have to come with you.
Change comes with pain.
Okay.
Is it that it's painful, even if it does not come with pain,
Yeah.
it's never comfortable. It's never conducive. It's
I know,
always-
exactly.
No, I'm not saying. I said it
Let's
doesn't
take
have
it
to
back.
come with pain, but you can never ever be comfortable trying to change something.
Do you know
So
what it
you
is?
can never be conducive.
Exactly, you
It
can
can
be
never be
comfortable, but it
conducive.
doesn't have to come with pain.
Change is very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Okay.
That's what I'm
You have
saying.
When you hear the word difficult, what does that mean?
Hard.
You have-
Oh, it has to be hard. It has to be hard. It has to be hard.
It has to be hard.
Okay.
Now, I let's use this. You know the word disease. The meaning of disease has any meaning but disease. The disease word, I think it was because of the French word. Is. And what it means is lack of peace. Now, the word lack of peace, what is peace? Peace means effortless.
Opposite of hard.
Opposite of hard. And